Escape rooms have seemed to be the latest trend that people go do when they are bored and want to test their detective skills. Basically, if you haven't done one, an escape room is where you and a group of people are locked inside of a room and you must decipher a bunch of clues throughout the experience, and escape the room before the time runs out and you win. Now, while escape rooms are supposed to fun and entertaining, things can turn awry if things don't go as planned, and that's what this list is going to be. This list is 6 escape room-oriented movies where the characters must find their way to not only win the game, but to survive the night. While some of them do have the same name, they are not the same movie. There will be no spoilers throughout this video, so you do not have to worry about any endings being spoiled and seeing if they got out or not. With that being said, here we go. Number 6. Escape Room. 2017 Number 1. The first entry on this list is the 2017 film of the name Escape Room. Yes, a really original thought-out idea to name your movie. This one here follows a friend group at dinner before they head to the escape room. The main character, Tyler, is celebrating his birthday with everyone, and his beautiful girlfriend, Kristen, has a huge night planned for them. Along with them is couple, Natasha and Anderson, who seem to not enjoy each other's company and probably shouldn't be married to one another. And then the other two rounding out the 6-person party is Conrad and Tabby, who are the basic horror movie trope couple that just makes out and gets busy throughout the whole movie without providing really anything to the plot. At dinner, Kristen surprises them all when she says she booked an expensive escape room for them after dinner, and they will be going straight there afterwards. Anderson is hesitant to go, but Natasha speaks for them and says they would love to go. We will learn later that Tyler and Natasha are having an affair, and she is pretty much obsessed with him, and that is why her and Anderson's relationship is deteriorating. Once they all arrive at the building for the escape room, they are blindfolded and put in a room together. But not with them is Kristen, who organized the whole thing. They are confused, but are told to go on through the escape room, and as they start going through the different rooms, they start dying one by one as the traps are deadly, and about halfway through, a video is shown to Tyler that shows Kristen naked locked away in a box, and to rescue her, he must win the escape room and get out alive. Will Tyler be able to accomplish this feat, or did Kristen plan all of this after learning of his affair with Natasha? The answer awaits. Number 5. Escape Room. 2017 Number 2. Yes, a movie of the exact same name released in the exact same year seems a bit difficult to understand, but Hollywood pulled it off somehow. This entry on this list takes the escape room narrative into a different direction. In this thriller, four best friends partake in a popular Los Angeles escape room that has numerous 5-star reviews, and the reviews glorify it as being the best escape room ever. When they get to the escape room, they meet the owner of the place, Bryce, who is very welcoming of them, and he tells them he is excited for them to try his escape room, and this one they are doing is a brand new one and has never been attempted before. Once locked inside the room, they begin to experience very weird sensations, and they soon realize that there is a supernatural vibe going on in this place. Sean, the main character, then starts acting really odd and not like himself, and the others notice this. The owner Bryce then informs them that there is a demonic presence in the escape room, and the only way to not be killed is to escape before the timer runs out, and if they don't, Sean will become completely possessed by the spirit, and he will dispatch of them afterwards. This is what Bryce was talking about when he said it was a newer escape room, and this is pretty much a trial run to see how it goes. Bryce is one crazy cat, I will say that. Number 3. Escape Room. 2019. Yeah, this the third entry on this list and also the third movie on this list with the same name, but at least with this one, it wasn't released in 2017 with the prior entries above. This escape room movie is the most mainstream one with the name, and it was produced by Blumhouse, so that alone should signal how much more attention this movie garnered from the box office. The movie opens with a man alone going through an escape room puzzle, doing his best to escape before the walls close in on him. Right before he is about to be squished flat, the screen cuts to a title card. Next we meet the 6 characters that will be doing the escape room together, and who the whole movie centers around. Unlike the ones earlier, these are 6 strangers and have never met each other before this escape room. They all received a mysterious invitation to try their luck at solving intricate puzzles and booby-trapped escape rooms, and if they were to win in the end, they would receive $10,000. Not seeing what could go wrong, they all agree and head to the mysterious building to see if they can win. The only catch that they aren't aware of is, if they lose or are eliminated from the game, they will die. The unsuspecting young contestants get to work, only to discover that the extreme, well-thought-out dangers lurking in the elaborately constructed chambers are in fact real and extremely dangerous. But now there is no turning back, and the thrill-seekers are inside a deadly game of survival. Can the players find the scattered clues to prevent the inevitable? Will anyone actually make it out of this alive and get the reward money, or is someone just playing a cruel joke and playing with their lives? Number 4. Escape Room Tournament of Champions. 2021. Escape Room Tournament of Champions is a sequel to the 2019 movie Escape Room and prior entry on this list. I will do my best to not give away the spoilers if anyone made it out alive in the first installment, but if I slip up and give a hint at it, I am sorry and didn't mean to. In this one, the winners of the first movie, after escaping death by the skin of their teeth and surviving the bloody games devised by the nefarious Minus Corporation, who we learned is behind the deadly escape rooms, lucky players X and Y are now coping with trauma after the events of the first movie. But instead of finding answers and closure, they are soon dragged into another set of fiendishly designed death traps. They are determined to take Minus Corporation down, and they are so committed that they get on a train to where the headquarters is and plan to confront them with the police. Their plan is halted though whenever they get on this train, and by some crazy coincidence, or lack thereof, the people that they are on the train with also had a run-in with the Minus Corporation. The train car that they are in separates from the rest of the train and goes on a different track and is locked, and they can't get out. Everyone on the train then realizes they are in another escape room, and the only way to get out is to survive the game. Everyone on the train has done one of the deadly escape rooms before, and they all have won, hence the name Tournament of Champions. Minus is trying to find the best of the best when it comes to surviving their escape rooms. Everyone realizes they must work together to outsmart their inhumane tormentors and give their all to solve the increasingly sophisticated puzzles. This time, the unseen rooms are more elaborate, and escape is not going to be easy. Who shall live and who shall die in the sadistic Tournament of Champions? Number 2. No Escape Room. 2018. Another lesser-known movie on this list comes No Escape Room, which I admittedly enjoy more than the general public does for some reason. I think it's a good movie if you don't take it too seriously. In this one, Michael and his teenage daughter Karen are traveling through the countryside on a road trip to the coast trying to get some father-daughter bonding time as they don't see each other very often. On their trip though, something goes wrong with their car and they are forced to find a place close to stay for the night, and the mechanic tells them he will have the car ready in the morning. Michael and Karen find a diner to go eat at, and as Michael is looking for something to do, he finds an escape room ad in the newspaper and asks Karen if she would want to do it. Karen hesitantly agrees and they decide to go do it. Once they get to the escape room, they are met by 4 other strangers that they will be working with on the puzzles and traps. After they get started and strange things begin happening, a few of the contestants either leave the room or end up dying. At first, they all just think it is part of the show and they aren't really dying, but as they go through the different rooms, they will learn that the deaths are in fact very much real, and if they don't solve all of the puzzles before the time runs out, they will meet the same fate. Michael and Karen will become separated at a point, and they will have to use their intelligence and intuition to meet back up. Will they be able to walk out of the house together? And by the end of the movie, you will be thinking to yourself, "Wait, what just happened?" Once the credits roll. Number 1. Follow Me. 2020. The top entry on this list is the 2020 movie called Follow Me, but it has 2 different titles that it goes by. In some places it is also titled No Escape. I believe that they decided to change the name so the title wasn't as close to the previous entry on this list as that title is No Escape Room. They wanted something that would differentiate the movies so people wouldn't think they were the exact same movie. Probably should have thought about that before they originally named the movie though, but I digress. In this witty horror, we follow a popular YouTube and TikTok star, Cole, that has a cult-like following and he is very well known around the world. Cole receives an invitation to partake in one of the craziest escape rooms of all time in Moscow, Russia, and they built it just for him so he can live stream the whole thing to the world as he attempts to win it. Cole and his crew, including his new girlfriend, Erin, all head over to Moscow to do the escape room, and when they get there, they are met with open arms and party the night away. The following morning when they wake up to do the escape room, they get to a sketchy building and are not allowed to have their phones inside of the house so they can't cheat. But there are security cameras in every room so they can still live stream the whole game. After they get started on the game, they are all separated and Cole wakes up by himself to begin. Cole then finds all of his friends in individual traps that look extremely dangerous, but he just thinks it is part of the show. Cole must use his knowledge to correctly decipher all of the puzzles and free all of his friends from their traps. The question then remains, are the traps real or is it all for show? Cole is going to be in for the craziest escape room experience of his life. That's it for this one. Any other escape room movies that I missed? Let me know. Thanks for watching.